Hello, YouTubers. Troz here, back with more Factorio Megabase, and it's been a bit of time, but I think we're nearly complete with the basics of this factory. We have just a few more belts to put in. Well, maybe more than a few. Uh, where are these? Okay, they're building some belts over here right now. Uh, and of course, we obviously have lots of beacons to place, but those can be put in over time. Um, what we kind of need to do at this point, once the belts are in, is start this factory up because it's going to need a lot of modules to fill all these beacons. You know, we can see we have some beacons here, and once we can get modules in, obviously it will start running faster, assuming all the belts are in and it can run it all. Is that actually... Why does that look different? Maybe there's just a decorative underneath. Between episodes, I put in some supply areas. We can pick up water here. We can get copper here and iron here. And finally, oil here. I believe that is everything. Oh, and we can get coal up here. That is everything. Oh, I never finished that off. Look at that. Well, I have the supplies with me. Let's do that. And then hopefully at that point, we'll have all the conveyor belts in. We do have the train here. It does have 1,500 belts and a lot of other materials. It says we're missing 37 chests, but I'm not sure where that is. Although that could be up here, or well, it's not here. It might be the iron, and let's put a radar dish down there. So once we do that, we'll get some of these trains running. So let's stop at the iron station. This station has a bypass, so you can get through without going through a stop. And I have turnarounds at appropriate places. No, you look like you have all your chests in place. Let's head up here, which looks to have just defended itself from an attack. Let's get the rest of these chests, or belts in. It looks like these are yellow belts, but I can replace them with red. In fact, what would be faster would be to get this out, and there we go. Of course, now that this is running, it's gonna produce some pollution. Not that we weren't producing lots of pollution previously. We got some more oil down here. That's a really nice patch. That's a really nice patch of iron. That's decent copper, but it's always hard to mine at the edge there. I do have some landfill, though, that could help. Unfortunately, we're on a copper patch, but it's not a great one. 8. And there's a bit of coal here, but I won't say 5 million isn't worth mining, but when you have, well, this is 15 million and there's 16 million right next to it, the 5 million wouldn't last very long. So, oh, look at that. We have even more. That would help. let's just... Yeah, that looks like everything... Yeah, that is much better. Now you're doing some lights. Yes, we have 6 lines coming in. We split it to 4, and that's that. We actually could even improve that somewhat. Let's copy that. And there we go. Still can't get this. We're not using as much as we're inputting, but that's fine. That just means this will last a little bit longer. Let's go back and how are we? Well, there's a few belts left to go. Really? we were just there. And I thought we had that relatively well defended. Apparently not, though. Yeah, I'm coming. Cannon train. But really... we'll take care of it. And there we go. Fix those up. I'm not sure which way they came from, but yeah, maybe they just came straight down. Well, hopefully, well, yeah, you can see the circles. They won't be able to get in here without hitting at least one of these circles and getting shot at. Okay. Let's get in the train and tell it to go down here. So you may have noticed that we need some fuel. But luckily, I already have a solution for that. Right here. We got a fuel station. And what this should do is, once I drop off some logistics bots, which I do have on hand, is we can tell this train, which itself gets loaded with nuclear fuel, to go to a fuel station. So let's turn this train on automatic, and you can see it's already pathed all the way down here. All the way down here. And this station is wired to be enabled when it has less than 10 nuclear fuel. That will call the train down, and this will start unloading. You can see the station is now disabled, but simultaneously we'll have these bots go and bring fuel to all these requester chests here. Hopefully the construction bots will also pick up the fuel and start putting them in the trains. Now this is all used up. This train will return and reload and come back here because the station has re-enabled itself. But that way, all these trains will stay loaded. Hopefully. You're loaded. Why do you still show a bot? I'm not sure. Anyway, the only thing we need to do is modify where these trains are going. So this should go to copper 4-2. It's copper 4 because it's a 4-car station, where my initial stations were all for 2-car trains. And let's put full. Move this up. Delete you. And then we'll copy. And then do I have to be next to you to you should be paste. I apparently didn't copy. Is it control? Should be. Are you correct, or is it shift? Click. It is shift. Shift. Right click to copy. Shift left to paste. These are all copper trains. And then there should be 2 more copper trains. Or maybe it's 3 more copper trains. Your iron, copper, copper. I'm just going to make these the copper ones, and then we'll make these the iron ones. So you need to be iron 4-2, full cargo. 4-1 is what supplies our Kickstarter station, or factory, I should say. Paste. You did paste right. All right. Paste. Paste. So we have a lot of trains, but hopefully, well, definitely initially they'll be redundant, because we won't have any modules in, so everything will be running rather slow initially, at least. Now, are you? Have to be close to check your fuel. All right, you're not filled up. You should be coming back already, shouldn't you? 35. Okay. Okay. This just asks for 4 at a time. I should probably change that. But, I mean, let's do it. In fact, I can just park right behind it, because as soon as I adjust that, that should probably set off. Or it might even leave before I get there, but yeah, we're making, in fact, there it goes, past us. We're making a lot of nuclear fuel here. So if I just, you know, we got several chests worth. So requesting just 4 at a time is kind of slow. So we'll make 40 at a time, and you know, it'll grab them from wherever it needs to. And we still have like over 100, but the train will fill a lot faster now. And apparently you're bringing me all sorts of materials that I don't really need, but That's fine. Let's go back down here. And yeah, that train is actually just pulled back in, or is pulling back in. And that should be filled and perhaps go down for a third trip really quickly now, because you'll have just about enough to fill this. But you can see it's already getting resupplied before it's out. But once these chests, each chest I think I have requesting 5. Once these chests are all full, it takes a while for a train to use up a nuclear fuel. So it will be a while before... Okay, we can see that we have the construction bots supplying the trains now. So that's good. Alright, we're gonna start these trains. Wait, that was coal? Oh no. Oops. That's a big oops. It's supposed to be copper. Copper for 2. I mean, we do need coal, but not to the copper station. Full cargo. Careful of those tracks. Yeah. How am I gonna... Well... I can tell you to go to module coal. Let's put you on manual. I'm gonna copy you. And we're gonna paste... Yeah, he didn't get the note that it's supposed to be... Why do you guys haven't gotten fuel yet? Alright, how do I fix... Oh. Wondering what the holdup was. I apparently stopped that guy. Alright, I copied from him. Your copper, your copper. Okay, you're good now. And you're good. And this should let all the trains through now. Let's fix that rail. And we have 3 coal trains. So let's take what should be the coal trains and assign them to copper. Because I kind of got that backwards. So you see we got some iron coming in. But without copper, their iron should be backing up in here where we're going to make green circuits. Here's the, this will be oil and water, but that's only needed for red and blue circuits. So that shouldn't be running yet. So we have enough room for 3 coal trains here, which is how many we already have. So you get to be copper, and you get to be copper, and you get to be copper, and now everybody should be happy. I think. There should be a 3rd coal train. Maybe he's still waiting for on coal. No. That may be a problem. I didn't leave enough room for a train to stack. At least there. I do have it here. And actually here as well with the coal. So I may need to redo that. But it looks like the iron trains are finding another way around. We do have one copper train unloading. The iron trains so far have all been unloading here. This should fill up eventually, and then like when a 2nd iron train comes in, it should go in here. We kind of need trains to go to both, but that kind of also requires, you know, the one to back up. But that will occur. Why didn't... Where'd all the copper, the coal go? Okay, we're getting green circuits. Why don't I see any coal? Like at all? Don't tell me they went over here. Did I... I shouldn't have. Okay, we only have 2. It helps if I add a wait condition. Let's do that, and I'll catch the one train as it comes back. Not the best start here, but I mean, we haven't mixed ores yet, so, and it looks like we have all the belts in at this point. Yeah, it's happened. We kind of caused a backup here. How many? 1, 2, 3. I think I got an extra train or 2. I kind of wanted 6 for copper, 3 for coal. Alright, while we're waiting for that train to come back, let's get the water and oil trains going. So, you should be, well, water 2. Water 4-2, I should say. Full cargo. And we'll do the lower one here as well. And then you should be oil 4-2. Full cargo. Copy. Paste. Paste. I apparently have a bad signal somewhere. Why aren't you saying, like, no path? Which is what I'd expect you to say. Alright, let's go. We got plenty of rail. So we'll check out the oil and figure out what's going, well, and fix copper. You should be able to get there. Why? Oh, why is it disabled? That's why it doesn't say no path, because there's a path, it's just not enabled. Alright, it should be clear what... Oh, cannon trains come through. Alright, it should be clear. Where's my next signal is there, and it is red. Oh. You should be there. And put another one of you there. And I'm getting out and walking. Also put one of you there. There, that should help things. And there goes my train, but let's let the bot catch up. And we'll come back and fix you. Oil is not enabled. No, that was connected. Are you all connected? 49,000. That should do it. Yes. 99,000. We're gonna park right there for the time being. Or we would if if we could. Let's work backwards here a bit. Something like that. Again, let's work backwards. From here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So something like that. And then something like that. And then we'll want to get rid of this, but only when this train gets out of the way. You know, which we can just say, hey, you gotta move on. There we go. We can now get in our train and head back. And let's turn off all that. Okay, we have oil. And we have water. Or at least we have some oil, I should say. How... Not very quick, but we'll see how this goes for now. You see, some of these are backed up. Because, yeah, we've gotten the second station here, but we don't have the second station here, which we will need running. Green circuits are starting to back up, but yeah. Oh. Let's, we never fixed the coal. It's like, where's the plastic? But yeah. No coal, no plastic. Yeah, so this is all the smelting area. Well, most of the smelting area. You can see we got lots of iron plates, but we do send some ore through. At least iron ore. Actually, we will send coal ore through as well. What am I putting in that wasn't put in? Oh, here's where the chests go. That's right, I have chests all over this area for transferring the wire into the green circuit assembly machines. Yeah, we have a bit more smelting there because that's where it filled in. Having another... The smelting area is already the tallest. Alright, I'm going to assume that's all the chests in at this point. I don't use that anywhere else. Alright, the green circuits are really backing up, so let's... empty cargo. good. I think we need one more of you. Yeah, alright. We're out of... I want to get these two trains here out of the way. Go to module oil. So you gotta go back. And now... I'm gonna put you... I'm wondering if he's going to come back around or not. Yeah, that totally sucked that train dry. Because we had basically just run out of oil. So I may need to set up that other oil field. And have like one... or at least two of the trains going to that other oil. You should now be a coal train. Put you on automatic, and how many trains do we have? For some reason I have 7 there. Alright, well, we'll turn on these other 2 copper trains. But first, I'm gonna steal 3 of those. Because for some reason, these trains never got fuel. You're too far. Let's let that train pass. And we'll tell these 2 to go. And yeah, I probably should have another copper station and iron station, and have half the trains go to each. Alright, we have some plastic. Some. These all should be full belts. But, you know, until we get all the modules, this is how it's going to be. Unfortunately, we don't have all our materials coming yet. You don't have green. Oh, your green circuits are supposed to be coming from this top half. So until we get copper here, nothing's going to happen. And only like half these chests are full. Well, it looks like we're gonna need more mining. That's nice copper. This is already partially defended. This has a few biters on it. And that's a nice iron, but we also have a nice and closer iron. That's a good copper. Let's set up there. It's not the biggest size, but it is covers a decent. Not the biggest in total number. It covers a decent area, which means we'll be able to get a lot of miners on it, which means it should mine relatively quickly, which is what we want. We want to be able to fill trains quickly. That should do. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I will just do. Do we have a 7 to 8 balancer? No, but we can do. 8 to 8 smaller. 8 to 8 is smaller. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we just say, hey, upgrade us all. Let's copy this station. Well, I should have looked where I was putting my balancer. That's okay. Am I all out? Apparently. Alright, and where are we getting attacked? Alright, I'll have to defend that in a bit. Hey, you guys. There we go. Let's put a little blockade here. Need some big power poles. There we go. That should stop anybody coming up the coast, and yeah, we'll catch anybody coming through here as well. And let's just hook this up. Let's that. And something like that. And a few signals. Actually, let's put a signal there. And if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that will fit one train and will fit another train there. And that should be all powered. I just need to get some supplies. Apparently I'm holding up traffic here. Let's... Oh! Look at that. That's really bad. It copied the station name, which... Yeah, now caused the iron train to go pick up copper ore. Alright, hopefully it will just take a little bit of time to resupply me here. I put down some buffer chests here between episodes so that there's materials on hand to supply me. Like you can see, I'm already filled up on the fast transport belts, but it's things like the electric mining drills have to come from a little further away because I don't have them right here. I'm wondering why I don't, or electrical poles at that, for that matter, but well, we're filled up with the electrical poles, and those should be coming shortly. I think we're getting walls and stuff. It's only things like, well, the steel takes a while. I don't think the steel chest that we have, I think I only have it set for 1 stack, so I'm now requesting like 2 stacks, so it takes a while. So now it will buffer up, like we'll be producing more right now, because I took from this buffer and then this buffer got refilled from that 1 stack, and actually I look like I'm good to go. So let's see how we can fix this mess. No, do I not have any signals all the way down here? Yeah, that section of track I actually put in manually, so it may not be properly signaled. Alright, well, the first fix is properly name this. I'm gonna call you Copper. If I call this Copper 4-2, I'm hoping the copper trains auto balance. The problem is, this is sort of now a copper train. Uh, grabs a little handle if we want to move it. Well, we want you to go to empty cargo, and I will then want you to go to make factory and wait for a circuit condition. Basically, I need to reprogram this train, so I'm going to have it wait. And now this train should not stop here, because it should say, yeah, this is no longer the station I want to go to. And now this should cause copper to come in a lot quicker. Now what should happen is the next time we have a copper train leave, he should say, hey, there's a lot of trains waiting here, but I could just come over here. In fact, I think we have a volunteer already, but he's kind of blocked by my train. So I'm going to move it and head over here. And look at that. So we should be getting copper a lot quicker. And the one copper iron train, which is not you. And yeah, we didn't mix copper into our iron. But that one copper iron train should be coming over here to be well, you know what? We are going to reprogram him right now. Well, he got a little confused. He left the station, but he'll head right back. Alright, how are we doing? Not great. This train should be coming back. Should is the operative word. It has 170 beacons, but you can see this is not full. So it's looking for more beacons. Yeah, it's now got 173. So once this fills up on beacons, it will travel back down. That's basically the only thing that will unload, because we have stocks of everything else. This is set, so we should just have one stack of everything sitting here. And since it's sitting here, that means it's not being used, because it's already placed. Obviously, we have a lot more than 170 or 200 or how many beacons. But yeah, it'll take a few more trips. But slowly we'll finish this off. In fact, I think it probably was 180 because it's now coming down. How are we going here? hey, we're starting to get some green chips here. Which means, look, all the plastic's all backed up. And if we look, hey, this train has unloaded and we have robots coming to take the beacons and place them. Hey, we're getting some red chips. Not a lot, but hey, that's better than no red chips. Now, some of the red chips will be coming in here, and we'll be making blue chips. And the red and blue chips should be coming over here to start making modules. And the one thing I should do is turn all of these and replace these chests with passive providers. So we haven't made any level 3 chips yet, but we should be on our way. We've got at least 4 running here, and their output should come here. How many? You haven't finished the product yet. We need some blue chips. The blue chips probably have been being sucked up here. But they'll eventually make their way down here. This should only take up 10 or 15. And then this one will pick up 10 or 15, and this one will pick up 10 or 15. Meanwhile, the same thing, these should pick up 8 or 12 speed modules, and then this one, maybe it's 8. So eventually one of these will get both blue chips and speed modules and red chips. Red chips should be coming in on this same line. Or, yeah, this. Oh, we prioritize. Okay, it may be a while. But eventually, we're going to get some modules being made here. And eventually all the beacons will be in place, which will speed up the production of the modules once they're all filled with modules. So we have a little bit of a chicken and egg situation, but I think we should build out in this direction. Guess I was going too quick for all the bots. Let's make sure we have power out here. And normally I'd be ending the episode about now, but let's go a bit further and... Alright. Now, Kind of really need... Well, I don't think there's any water down there. That radar's gonna get eaten, but probably so is this one, but we'll deal with that eventually. We'll add a turnaround, and I hope that's in the right location. We'll add some defended radars. Now let's get these walls down here in. Yeah, every so often I have to go up there and repair those. You're going to be cannon train 20. And did I not save you? Apparently I walled myself in. Why couldn't I add... Inactivity, 10 seconds. We're gonna tell you to go right to 19, but apparently you can't get in here for some reason. Well, that would explain that. And you know what? The fact that I didn't build the turnaround yet. Not that that part is needed yet, but... where is 19? 16, 17, 18, 19. Alright, he should be coming down here now. That's about all. Like, I'm not going to put well, I'm going to put more cannon train stations, but I'm probably going to make a second cannon train to do it. I'm not sure how long it takes to do a round, but I'm sure it's at least 3 minutes at this point. And I don't want the train taking too much longer than that to get back to an area to potentially rid it of the biter bases. Oh, that's right, there's another oil station over here. So yeah, I guess between episodes, I'll add a station here for oil and turn this iron field into a station as well, and that should then provide plenty of oil and water. Not oil, oil and iron. We do the water is fine that we have. What is 95 evolution factor? Gonna need some repairs here. But that's why I stand here when we initially clear the areas. Later on, if biters do set up shop in new places, it's usually something like, hey, that's only 4 biter bases. They're not going to send a huge wave of biters, like, you know, taking out something like that. So standing here with a few repair packs is all we need. Later on, you know, it's groups that are not even this big. And they can be taken out relatively quickly. A bit more uranium here, but we still have plenty of uranium here. And I think we have a few better. Well, that's not great, but it's better than 1.8. 5.5 isn't bad. There's a 2.5. That 5.5 is actually probably the best that we have currently. But yeah, well, best that we have that's not already tapped into. Lost a few construction bots, but that's not that bad. I still have more than 15. I think I can only run 15. Well, I'm not going to check at the moment. Am I out of repair packs, though? Because that may be a thing. Let's craft a whole bunch. Yeah, that's a bit overwhelming. We're basically exploring the area with these cannon shells. Little groups like that, but when it's these big groups of spitters, that's when it's a problem. Going through those repair packs pretty quick. But, yeah. We've basically cleared this area out now, I think. Oh, a few more stragglers over here. Looks like we'll have one more large group coming. Yeah, I know you need repair packs. I'm working on it. Alright. Trains is left. Um, I think it still had some shells left. I didn't actually notice the exact number, but did see some shell indicators. Okay. I think that was the last large group. I don't think that's actually there. That's just left over from the last radar scan. Okay, I think that'll just about do it for this episode. We got a little bit of materials coming through. Hey, look at that. We've got all these speed module level 1s backing up. So as soon as they back up, that's when the red circuits will then divert down here and start providing red circuits for the level 2s and level 3s to be made. And that should happen at these productivity modules as well. It's basically one copy here, and then for productivity, and then 2 copies of the same thing for speed modules. It's just mirrored so that the bump outs here line up. But otherwise, yeah, we're smelting our iron and copper. This area is green circuits except for a little extra smelting here. Then here's oil. We've got, I guess that is, yeah, light to gas conversion. This is heavy to light conversion. And then a bunch of plastic being made. We have 1 sulfur and 1 sulfuric acid, and that needs a bit of iron. So we have 1 iron smelter here to supply the sulfuric acid for the blue chips. The plastic are for the red chips. Red is all this area, blue is this area, and then, yeah, module production. So that's this factory as the modules produce, which I still don't think we have had any. Yeah, because we haven't had any red backup yet. But as soon as we do, they'll go into here. Our construction bots should then pick them up and start putting them in the factory. And we'll get some more deliveries of beacons to finish this out. And then once this is all finished, we can start exporting the modules back up here, because even though this is making modules itself, you can see this is about 4 or 5 times slower than this. But I just want to say thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time with more Factorio. Stay safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you next time.